we got this program from camp, and we decided we was gonna do it a couple of times a day. And we used to literally walk from where I stayed and where he stayed to the CAC, the church where we used to play at. We used to walk up there at 10 when it opened. We'll do our little workout, then we'll have lunch there. They had a little cafeteria there. And then we would lift weights. Then we would play ping pong or whatever. We'd do the workout again, and we'd wait for everybody else to get there at 5.
To Beyond the Ball podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan Jones, and man, we're here with another episode. And man, this podcast is all about just ultimately serving and supporting student athletes as they prepare to transition either from high school to college or college to the professional arena. Man, today I have another special guest in the building. And man, this is none other than a friend of mine. Probably has one of the smoothest crossovers that I've ever seen. None other than James Florence. What's going on, James?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Just ready to get out of the house like everybody else.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, James, when I met you, what was it, like 10th grade when we first met?
Yeah, I think so. What, 2004?
Yeah. Sound about right.
2004, man, a long time ago.
Man, a really, really long time ago. Man, James, all I remember just looking back, man, is just thinking about how serious you were about the game of basketball and how serious you were about the craft. Man, so just talk a little bit about like a little bit about your background, a little bit about how when you first fell in love with basketball, man.
Man, honestly, I started playing baseball and football first, man. I used to only play basketball around the neighborhood. You know, you got the goals where you could lower them to 6 feet. We used to dunk and all that. Mm-hmm. But I never played for real, man. I never played for real. It's actually crazy how I got into the game. It was like, I think I was in 7th grade, and I went to my friend's house, Justin, and I was like, hey, yo, you trying to get on the Dreamcast? You trying to play the game?
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, I can't go. I got a basketball game, a rec league. And I was like, yo, can I come? I didn't even know it could happen that easy, but he asked his coach, and he came and picked us up. And I played that night, man. I had 17 points, and we won the game. They hadn't been winning, so he asked me to play for the rest of the season there, and that's how I got into the game, man. I used to I didn't think I was that good. I wasn't that good. I had gotten good enough to play around the neighborhood, so I guess some of that like spilled on into the regular game. So it was crazy, man, but that's how I got started.
Really? That was, you said 7th grade?
Yeah, 7th grade. I had never played basketball indoors before that.
Wow. Man, so like when you did start playing, who was like your favorite player to look up to, or who was one of the guys that you like aspired to be like?
My very first favorite player, because it's changed over the years, was Allen Houston from New York Knicks, shooting guard. I used to be a big Knicks fan when I first started watching basketball. Sprewell, Ewing, that whole team. But Allen Houston, man, he was smooth. He was a 2 guard. That probably explains why I shoot all the time. But yeah, Allen Houston was the first guy, and of course I like MJ too, just because of Space Jam, only because of Space Jam. Straight up.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you a Knicks fan, that'd be the only reason why you, because you couldn't really like MJ that much.
Yeah, nah, just off of Space Jam. And later, I didn't like MJ at all, because I felt like AI was the best player. I didn't know shit back then, but I thought AI was the best player.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy, because I was watching the AI documentary, and James, I always thought that AI was your favorite player, because I always would see how you know, the crossover, and just seeing how much attention you paid to the crossover. And then even outside of that, I think I always remember you wearing like an AI jersey, but I know that was
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, it was later. It was later on. Like Allen Houston was my initial favorite player, but when I started watching basketball more, I fell in love with AI. Of course, I think it was the very next year. I think it was 8th grade year when I started wearing his shoes and stuff like that. So Allen Houston for me it was kind of short lived, but that was my
Mhm.
very first favorite player. But AI man, you can't see it, but I still got his picture up in my room and everything.
Wow, I believe it, man. So from 7th grade, you first learning, or are you first going and competing in that first indoor game, man, to like where you are now? When did the shift take place? And like I say, where you are now, the people who are out there listening, and like we were talking about offline before, you said you've now been 10 years pro overseas.
Yeah, yeah. I had a stint when I was a rookie. I started with the Sixers, trying to make the team. Like I went straight to vet camp. I was with the team with Jody Meeks,
Mm.
Drew Holiday, Lou Williams, Andre Iguodala. Um, I think Elton Brand was just finishing up. Mo Spates was on that team. Thaddeus Young. But
Mm.
after that, I went overseas and been there since.
Mm. Okay, so when was that point though where you went and you were like, I'm going to go pro, or that point where you made the shift to where you began to devote so much more time into the game versus just like, just devoting that level of time and dedication to the game.
Well, man, honestly, I just was playing for fun at the beginning. I wasn't even thinking about professionally or anything like that. Of course, it's in the back of your mind as a dream, like you want to be like AI and all that. But I wasn't really like working towards that. I was working towards playing varsity. Like that's all I wanted to do. And honestly, I was really bad in middle school. Like after I played rec ball, I tried to play uh, school ball with Osborne, and I was on JT's team,
Okay.
defensive player of the year,
Mhm.
Big 12. You remember Jay? I was on that team. Never saw the court. Uh, like I was happy to make the team, but I never played. Only got in during blowouts. And before 9th grade, I was like, I'm never gonna play here with all these guys. Like they're way better than me. So I was playing AU with a coach from Wheeler, and he said you should come over here. So I convinced my mom to move, pick up and move, and we moved to Wheeler. Little did I know that I was going from where the competition was here to here. You know what I'm saying? So I thought I was running to make the route easier. When I
Mm.
got there, it was a whole different ballgame. I realized they were, state champions going for back to back, and couldn't get my mom to move again, man. So um, I dove into the game. Like I was like, man, I really want to be good. And I felt like I saw the first varsity game I went to was McEachern and Wheeler, Josh Smith, Randolph Morris. And then you got on our team. I'm in the gym going crazy. It's a home game. I'm like, yo, this is it. This is what I want. I got to get way better. So I played freshman. I played well freshman year. Sophomore year, played JV. But then me and a couple of teammates went up to a 5-star basketball camp. That's the camp where uh, Jordan went. I think Ty Lawson and them was there when I was there, and I got smoked, man. So like I was nothing. Like I was so behind. And me and Dave Gonzalez, he played pro for a few years too, and he went to Richmond University. But man, we got this program from camp, and we decided we was gonna do it a couple of times a day. And we used to literally walk from where I stayed and where he stayed to the CAC, this the church where we used to play at. We used to walk up there at 10 when it opened. We'll do our little workout, then we'll have lunch there. They had a little cafeteria there. And then we would lift weights. Then we would play ping pong or whatever. We'd do the workout again, and we'd wait for everybody else to get there at 5. And we play with them. So we used to be there, man, 8, 10 hours. And that was every day for a summer, bro. Man, after my sophomore year, that was it. That was it. That's where I went from on the JV team to starting on the varsity team. And then that's the year we won the state championship. And then I had 20 my first start on varsity that year. And yeah, if anybody knew me from 8th grade to then, they'll tell you what kind of jump they saw. And it was crazy. It's crazy for me to even think back like that. Couldn't use my left hand, nothing like that. So that was the summer of separation for myself.
Hold on, Flo. Hold on.
Yeah, man. 10 hours in there.
Wait.
No lie. Dave will tell you the same story.
Wait a minute. So you said this was the summer before sophomore year.
No, this was the summer before my junior year.
Okay. This is before junior year.
Yeah. You remember the open gyms we used to have?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, I wanted to be good there. But when I came back my junior year and we started playing with, the open gym has the former pros and everybody coming back to play. NBA guys in town, they play. I was killing my junior year, like when I came back from that summer. And it's crazy how much. And that's when I realized right there, hard work breeds confidence. And confidence is basketball. That's it. That's the whole game.
Wow. You said hard work breeds confidence, and confidence is basketball.
Confidence is the whole game. It's the whole game. It's the whole game. For real, man. It's the whole game.
Man. Okay. So Flo, I was on the other side of that, right? Because, I didn't go to 5-star camp. But I know I looked up one day and I know I saw a couple of other guys coming in the Wheeler, like you, like a JT, who is, for everybody listening, everybody coming in. This is a guy named Jonathan Tiller. And, so I was looking up and I was seeing all of these guys that I haven't seen before. And then, like what you're saying, I wasn't doing that first part of the workout, or I was doing defensive slides up and down the street, or I was going in doing what I thought was a hard workout. And, you think something's hard work until you go to like a 5-star camp. You're like, oh, no, I wasn't doing nothing compared to what these guys are doing. But, man, Flo, but I want you to know that I saw what was it like when I first met, probably was like 10th grade year, because I mean you came in and you had like a little bit of stature. But Flo, when I saw you and David Gonzalez junior year, well our junior year, and I guess his senior year, Flo, you look grown man status. Bro, no lie, because I remember I asked you, I was like, Flo, have you been working out? You was like, I mean, I might do a couple push-ups. And I was like, hold on, man. I was like, nah, bro, push-ups ain't doing that like that. But I wanna go back, and like you said you was locking in 10-hour days.
Yeah, no exaggeration. I mean, of course you're not working 10 hours. Like I said, we broke it up. We have lunch, but we was in that gym 10 hours. And if we was taking a break from basketball, we was probably playing ping pong or foosball or whatever. But I'd say like 5 of those hours we was working, and then we play for like 3 hours. So we probably took 2.5 hours where we were just chilling and playing. But we was working, man. We had it broken down. You remember them jump shoes with the big sole in the front?
Oh yeah.
Work on your calf. We used to do that. We used to do that workout. Then we'll do a basketball workout and all of that, and then we get our weight room in, and we might do the jump thing again, and then we'll get to some more basketball, and then we really wait for everybody to get off work or get ready to come to the gym at 5, and then we get it in like we ain't been there all day.
That's great. And then y'all was doing this how many days a week? 2 days a week?
At least no. This was 4 or 5. This was 4 or 5. And then on the Tuesdays and Thursdays, we used to leave the CAC and walk up to the Wheeler and play open gym, and then sometimes play open gym and then finish and go back to CAC and play with the normal folks, with the normal grown men. So like we used to clock hours, man, and when we used to be walking, we used to be hoping that somebody seen us that knew us and that it just take us, because we was walking everywhere. But yeah, we was getting it in, man. We dedicated that summer, and that taught me how to work, man. And like it was a competition. Me and Dave, it was a competition. It wasn't that I wanted to be so much better than everybody. I wanted to be better than Dave, and he was trying to be better than me. Like literally, man. We'd finish a workout, and I'd take a corner three. I'd make it or something. He'd be taking off his shoes. He'd run to the corner and take a three. He'd be like, "You're not getting more shots than me."
Wow.
Like, you're not getting more shots than me. And it's funny, yo. We'll start off the summer or start off a week or whatever, and somebody would be like, "Hey, yeah, I want to work out with y'all." And we'll start off with like 4 people on Monday, 3 people on Wednesday, and then it's just me and Dave next week, and then the week after that. Like, people ain't got that dedication. Like that.
Wow.
That's what separates people.
Wow. That's so crazy, man.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
So now, looking at the level of success that you've been able to have, like going back and then, like we were just talking about you becoming an all-time leading scorer at Mercer. And like, I mean, what did that feel like? Even though I know that was a little bit of time ago, but I feel like you wouldn't forget, like, what did that feel like for them to, crown you as all-time leading scorer at your university that you played at? How did that feel?
Well, they ain't crowned me nothing. I had to take that. But I don't know. It was crazy, man, because I scored 990 points in my 2 years in varsity in high school, and I hit 1,000 midway through my second year in college. Like so it was wild then. I remember that game more than I remember the one where I broke it. Just because I was like, I want to score 1,000 points. I want to score 1,000 points, and I want to do it in 2 seasons. So when I did that, that felt crazy. It felt like, I don't know. It felt surreal, man. Like, me of all people, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that work, like, just accumulated, and to see it pay off like that was crazy. But actually breaking it, that was cool. That was actually more of a relief, man. Like, because I know the game's counting up to it. I was like, when am I going to do it? When am I going to do it? I need 35. Am I about to get 35 tonight? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you kind of press them. So when I actually broke it, it was a relief. But it's wild to look back on, man, to see where I was, thinking back to that 8th grader that couldn't get on the court, and to be mentioned with like a heap of guys doing great things in college. It's crazy. It's wild,
man. So okay, Flo. I want to switch gears for a second, and I want you just to, man, just share a word of advice, because I wish I asked this before, but I don't want to go without asking you this, because especially you of all people, just laying out the work ethic and laying out the dedication that you and Dave were putting in, or I mean, primarily you, since this is your episode, primarily you. But man, what would you say to somebody who is, let's say they're a freshman in college, and let's say, they're, would you say an average player, but they say they want to be great? Like, what would you tell them that they need to start doing?
Show it. Everybody say they want it. You got to show it. Because, I mean, it's never too late. You could be a junior in college. It might be hard to make it to the NBA, but you could still be successful. You just got to outwork everybody, man. Like, these are your teammates, yeah, but that's actually like your direct competition, So I know one thing they did at camp whenever we went to camp was they say, look to your left, look to your right. Yeah, I'm sure everybody has been somewhere where they said, look to your left, to your right. Only one of y'all are gonna get a D1 scholarship. And then, you know what I mean? Like, they do it like that. And I really looked at it like that, and I'm like, that's my friend. That's my friend. I want us all to get D1 scholarship. But fuck that. It's gonna be me. If it's gotta be one of us, it's gonna be me. So I knew I had to put in more work than him and him. And I knew somebody somewhere else was working too. So I used to just always, like, there's an imaginary player, and the imaginary guy is working out 3 times a day. So I was like, I gotta be I got to be 4 times a day. You know what I mean? Like I got to do more than him. Like it's a constant competition, man, because it's millions of basketball players, man. It's 450 NBA spots. Now I didn't make one of them spots, but I got the next 1,000, like where you can make a good living playing basketball. So I mean, I shot for the stars. I fell up short. Wound up still in the clouds though. So it's just really important to realize like you competing with everybody, especially when you're talking about sports. Everybody want to do this for their job. So yeah, you got to put in the work, man. You got to put in the work.
Man, that's super real. And then Flo, just to put it in perspective, how many guys would you say from the Wheeler basketball team got a D1 scholarship?
From our team, 6 or 7, but we were the best team in the state. So that's not normal, but 6 or 7 of us got Division I scholarships. And then I think maybe 4 of us went pro. And now I think 2 of us are still pro. So, or like 2 of us had 10-year careers. Everybody else was around, like the other 2 were like around 4 or 5. JT and Dave, they played like 4 or 5 years.
Man, yeah, because I mean, yeah, y'all were the best in the state, and then I mean, y'all were arguably one of the best teams in the nation too.
Yeah. We finished top 25 that junior year.
Yeah, you're talking about you having a better work ethic. Just if we really put it in perspective, if you're willing to work like that, and you're on one of the best teams in the country, so that means, of course, you know, not promising or not guaranteeing nobody nothing, but let's say somebody did get their hands on like a type workout like you were doing, and if they show up every day and they do that workout seriously and at a high level 4 times a day, then that could potentially present an opportunity eventually.
Absolutely. It's no secret. It's no secret, man. Like if you want to be good at something, you just got to do it over and over again. I mean, when you drove for the first time, like you could drive, right? But I mean, now it's like second nature. You don't even think about it. So like, it's just like anything. You do it more. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And basketball is the same way. Now, some guys are blessed with athleticism and quickness and things like that you can't, like, you just can't replicate. You can't get better at that. But the actual game, the skill, and figuring out how to navigate it without being that, like myself, I'm 6 feet even. I'm usually the shortest guy on the court. So me not having height, but I have quickness. I gotta find what I'm good at and do it well. And you know, that's the brilliant part about Steph Curry, man. He's not faster than most. He's tall. He's 6'3", but he's in the NBA. He's not so tall. But he figured out a way. He's shifty. He's not quick, but he's shifty. And he put in that work for that jumper. That's all that is. That's all that is. Repetition, man.
Man, yeah, that's real.
Yeah, no secret, man.
Super real, super. Yeah, because I mean, I was watching. I was watching one of the Kobe interviews. R.I.P. Man, legend definitely gone too soon. And that's what he broke down, because he said he wasn't the best when he was younger, and I was like, you know, because when you see the final product, you always assume that this person just came out just ready, you know, ready for action, competing at a high level. But just seeing him say, nah, I saw the need to work on, and then he broke it down just like you did, just putting in the time, focusing where I needed to focus, and then repetition, getting better every day. So, man, I think you definitely laid something on us for us definitely to think about, Flo. But man, how was this whole COVID-19 like affected you?
Well, it ended our season over there too. You know, right after Gobert got it, NBA canceled, and every league in Europe followed suit. So we kind of waited over there for like three weeks because our team thought we would start playing later. I think everybody underestimated what was going on. And then they finally ended it, and we all went home. Fortunately, like they're gonna pay us throughout the year, but throughout the rest of the season, which is the next couple of months. But it's been tough, man. It's crazy to have everything just like go on pause like that. You know, like I haven't been away from the game this much, and I don't know how long. But I've been running, you know, taking those classes that those online classes you sent me. And just focusing on my body, just getting ready for whenever it comes back. Because I'm 31 now, I got to take care of my body crazy. For every hour you put in on the court, you got to put in an hour off. Like that's what it is now. Yeah. So now, yeah, and that's another thing, another word of advice that I want to get to young folks. Before body maintenance, before it becomes a problem, because like my skill level isn't why I played 10 years. It's because I took care of my body. Like I started like when I was 24, 25. Like I used to just come in the gym, tie my shoes or not, and then just be dunking and stuff. But now gotta stretch, warm up, cool down, stretch again. Yeah, all of that, man. So take care of your body early so you ain't got to deal with it. And lengthen that career, man, because honestly, this is the easiest money you're ever going to make playing a game. Come on, man. Come on.
So how have you remained active? I mean, because I saw like on your IG story the other day, you was doing like crossover through chairs.
Yeah, that started off as a joke. I was just like gonna post it on IG, but I started doing it and I started sweating a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, this straight. I got hardwood floors and I don't have no nails under me. So I was like, shit, I'm about to get it in here real quick. So I ended up going 30, 35 minutes like that. Yeah. In my socks. I put on the music on the system and I was moving. I was moving.
That's crazy, man.
But just running, man. Weight room, doing push-ups, all that. Anything, man. Anything to challenge my body, man.
Man. Okay, that's real. Okay, well, so Flo, I can appreciate, man, how you just were talking about that in this time, you've been taking time to take online courses, taking this time to further just, continue to grow as an individual and as a human. Like, have you thought about what comes next after the game, after you decide to put the ball down?
For sure, man. I'm a planner, dog. So I've been investing my own money for 7 years now in the stock market. And I took this time to really dive into it. So I'm taking financial accounting and financial markets. So that's what I'm going to do after. I'm going to be in the finance, in the realm of finance. Not sure exactly what, but I'll be in that field. And I'm putting in the work for that too. So because I know from basketball that if I really want to know something, if I really want to be good at something, I got to put in the time. So I'm putting in my work, man. After this, I'm gonna get right online and knock a couple lessons out. So yeah, man, don't just stop on the court.
Cool. All right. I got one final question. It just came to me too, and this is a good one, man. I feel good about this one. Like, let's just say we fast forward to if it's whenever you decide to put the ball down, or whatever you decide. How does James Florence or how does Jimmy Flo want to be remembered?
Man, somebody who worked for everything they got, yeah. Everything. Like no matter what I accomplish or whatever, like I've won a couple championships, got some records, but I just want to be known that I squeezed every ounce of ability out of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't really honestly look back and be like, damn, I wish I would have worked harder. And I remember one of my teammates, Sherrod Curry, actually said that when we was in high school, and that stuck with me forever. And he said, if I don't make it, it ain't gonna be because I didn't work hard enough. And that's how I want to be remembered for real. as high as I got, as far as I got, I worked hard as shit, and I wasn't gonna get no higher or no lower off of that. You know what I'm saying? I squeezed out every ounce of ability.
Man, that's real. That's real.
Yeah, man.
Well, James, man, I
Yes,
definitely appreciate your time, man, with us today. And is there anything I didn't ask you that I should have that you want to share with the people?
Nah, man. I don't know. Oh man, learn about find time to teach yourself about credit and about credit, real estate, taking care of your money, and all of that stuff. Because they don't teach us that in high school and college. Man. They want to teach us, science and stuff. But the important things we need to learn about taxes, credit. Everybody gonna have to deal with that stuff. So take time to educate yourself on those things.
Good deal. Good deal. Man, you definitely drop some gems on. Where can people follow you and, just stay connected with your journey? How can they stay connected with you?
Jimmy Flow on IG. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And Twitter, same name on Twitter.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you having me, dog.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Man, we're gonna sign out with Jimmy Flow, aka James Florence, and this is Beyond the Ball.